Mexico Immigration 2024. Hi, broadcasting not live from Mazatlan, Mexico. I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we make videos about the joys of living in Mexico. Every year, Mexico changes its immigration laws and prices. And for the last 3 years, the first week of January, we've come up with a new video from immigration attorneys telling you about the changes. There are many changes this year, and you'll want to watch through the entire video so you catch them all. As I said, the rules change every year, and the prices have been going up exponentially for about the last 5 years. I'm going to share with you what types of visas are available and how much money is involved. For each of the visas, you have to prove certain amount of money that you have coming in or staying in the bank. At the very end, and it gets really expensive. At the very end of the video, I'm going to show you how to bypass all the financial requirements and sneak right into Mexico with a 4-year visa that will lead into a permanent visa with no money in the bank. There are 6 types of visas available in Mexico, and depending on who you talk to in the Mexican consulate or the immigration attorney that you have, there are like 10 ways to get each one. As most of you know, I've been in Mexico for almost 20 years. For the first 4 or 5 years, I had a 180-day tourist visa, and I would just come back. I would go back to the United States and come back to Mexico, and that's how I stayed legal. So that's our first type of visas, the travel tourist visa. They call it an FMM, and it can be anywhere from 1 day to 180 days. They can automatically assign you a certain number of days, maybe automatically 180 days, or you can request a certain number of days, like maybe 6 or 7 days or 30 days. The other visas are a bit more complex. There's the 1-year visa, the 2-year visa, the 3-year visa, the 4-year visa, and then there is the permanent visa. I've had 3 types of visas since I've been here. I had one 1-year visa, I had 2 2-year visas, now I have a permanent visa. With these temporary visas, they call them, the 1, 2, 3, and 4-year visa, you have to show them how much income you have over a 6-month period, or you have to show them how much money you have in your savings or access money over the last year, one or the other. And when I first got my first visa, well, it's a 1-year visa, I did all of that in Mexico. I got all my visas in Mexico. Then they changed the rules. Now you have to go to a Mexican consulate in your country. And whatever consulate you go to in the United States, for example, there might be 50 consulates in the United States, and each one has a different dollar value for how much money you need to be bringing in on a monthly level or money you have to have in the bank. Right now, to have a temporary visa, that's a 1, 2, 3, or 4-year visa, you need to prove that you are bringing in $3,500 a month to $4,500 a month over a 6-month period. They want to see your bank statements and other data for that period of time. One small tip is, when you get this data from your financial institution, see if they can provide it in Spanish, because I got all of my stuff in English, and the Mexican government charged me $300 to translate it into Spanish. Now, the other way that you can get your temporary visa, that's your 1, 2, 3, or 4-year visa, is to have money in the bank, $57,000 to $77,000 sitting in your bank over the period of 1 year. Now, before I go any further, it's very important that you get a good immigration attorney. I've had 2. My first one was in Puerto Vallarta. She was fine. She got me a couple of visas. My second one, Albaro, I got him when I moved to Guadalajara, and he's helped hundreds of my subscribers get their visas. He knows his stuff. If you go to buildthegeek.org, click on FAQs at the top of the page, and scroll down, and you'll find my immigration attorney. All of Alvaro's contact information is right there. Please leave a comment, tell us what you think. And if you like the video, maybe click the like button. And if you know someone thinking about moving to Mexico and needs immigration information, why not click the share button? Immigration law is one thing, but from consulate to consulate in the United States, the people all treat you differently. They follow different laws. And once you get to the immigration offices in Mexico, a good immigration attorney knows they know the people behind the counters. They know who will do what, who will ease up, who will tighten up. You need someone who knows not only the law, but knows who's behind the counter at those offices and who will do what. Now, I've always used an immigration attorney. There are these people called immigration facilitators that aren't necessarily lawyers, and some of them have no clue of what's going on. I'm saying to find a good immigration attorney, go to Facebook, go to groups, find expats in different cities in Mexico, and depending on where you want to live, ask people, who is your immigration attorney? So there's your temporary visas. Let's talk about the permanent visa. It depends on who you talk to about getting a visa. I heard somebody on YouTube saying that you need to be you need to have a 1, 2, or 3 or 4 year visa, and then you can get a permanent visa after 4 years. That's not true. My cousin was in Montana. She was moving to Guadalajara. She talked to my attorney, Alvaro, and he got her a permanent visa. That's the only visa she's ever had. She got that in about a month and a half. The money you have to show for income for a permanent visa, depending on what consulate you go to in the United States, can cost you somewhere between $5,000. You have to show $5,000 to $8,000 a month in income over a 6-month period. If you don't have that income, then you have to show that you have right around $210,000 to $310,000 somewhere sitting around over a 12-month period. We go live every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. Click that subscribe button and come join in on the fun every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. These dollar figures are crazy. I mean, I know everybody that's watching this video has all that money. I know everybody watching this video has $200,000, $300,000 in the bank, but one of my subscribers didn't have that type of income, and she didn't have that kind of money sitting in the bank. She got in using a special program, and it's called the Special Regularization Program. With this program, all you do is you fill out some papers. You don't have to show any proof of income. You don't have to show proof of any money in the bank. And they just give you a 4-year visa. And after a 4-year visa, without showing any financial documentation, then you get a permanent visa. I've heard this program. Somebody on YouTube said there's a special program. It's only been around for 2 or 4 years. But then somebody from immigration emailed me and said, this program has been around since 2012. There are 2 very tricky rules that you must abide by to use this program. Rule number 1 is you must have visited Mexico before. Some people say you must to have visited Mexico between 2015 and 2022. I don't know. What about 2023? What about before 2015? I bet it depends upon the immigration office that you go to in Mexico to get this done. Rule number 2, to apply for this program, you must have an expired visa. My subscriber was very smart. She wanted to go to La Paz, Mexico. She found a very smart and experienced immigration attorney in La Paz. And he told her to get a 6-day visa and come to La Paz. And that's what she got. She got a 6-day visa. And he knew all about this program. He knew about the special regularization program, and he knew that in La Paz, he knew the people that could make this happen. She had visited Mexico before. She let her 6-day visa expire, and on day 7, she applied and she got her 4-year visa. Now she's happy and legal living in La Paz. This is why it's so important to get a good, experienced immigration attorney in Mexico. So look around, check out Facebook, talk to friends, or talk to my immigration attorney, Abaro. He's in Guadalajara. All of his information, you can find it at buildthegeek.org. There's a link at the top of the page for FAQs, and he's in Guadalajara, but he goes to Ajijic once a week to the Lake Chapala Society to service many of my clients every week for one day. The immigration rules are always changing. We really love sharing this information with you, and we thank you for watching. We have many more videos to come, so click that subscribe button and we'll see you in the next video.